All right. Well, welcome everyone to another session of Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden. I wanted to take a moment to point out that this is our half century session in this campaign. Today is our 50th installment. So that's pretty cool.
Yay.
Huzzah!
That's pretty cool. Most of them do not go this long, so it's kind of nice.
No, they don't.
Exactly. All right. So, having found the Dark Duchess and in pursuit of Nas Lantimir and her theft of the Professor Orb from Valine, you found it out on the Sea of Moving Ice. And as you approached it, hearing a ruckus going on inside, you climbed on board and snuck around, exploring the vessel, and found out that a group of Yeti were in the hold trying to break their way into a back section of the hold. Mayhem ensued when Zira got caught trying to sneak a peek, and you battled, dispatching the mother Yeti and her children, and driving off the abominable large Yeti. Once they were gone, you turned your attention to a large pile of treasure that had been frozen in the ice. And as you did so, the ghost of Nazlat Tamir arose out of her corpse that was partially buried in snow in one corner of the hold, and proceeded to possess Kaz and take over his body. Valaine was able to retrieve the Professor Orb, Professor Scant, from the corpse. When Zero took issue with the rudeness of the ghost inhabiting Kaz's body and retaliated against her familiar, dispatching it back to the Fae plane. And as this was going on and treasure was being uncovered and dug out of the ice, you heard a loud sound of huge wings flapping and the sound of something heavy crashing into the upper deck as you felt the ship kind of buckle underneath a large weight underneath you. And a very deep sounding voice calling out to someone named Mathunda to ready their spells as there were intruders upon the Dark Duchess. We rolled initiative, and that is where we left off. So we can pick it
I
up.
don't see the initiative in the turn order.
It's not showing up until I put you guys on the map.
Okay.
So that is correct and appropriate. So let me boot up Sirenscape since we've got that going. And I will bring us to the Dark Duchess.
So TPK today?
A hell of a way to
Happy 50th, guys.
I want to turn it
All
down.
dead.
Think it's loud.
Interesting. I don't see the little button for him speaking like that. Anyway, never mind. Can you see the turn order now, everyone?
Yes.
Good. Let me bring you to where you all are. Why am I not seeing anything? Very strange.
Spent most of my good spells.
Oh, because I didn't do control. I did shift. Okay.
Brendan's got 7 hit points.
So, Winzira, you have heard this deep voice up on the deck, kind of speaking out to you in general about being able to smell warm blood and hear the fast beating of your hearts. So, what would you like to do?
Not die?
I cast teleport. Okay, so
You got plane shift or something, right? We can get out of here.
yeah, I totally have that prepared. Okay, so I remember we were burning the ice off the door. No one's home. You have the wrong ship. Are there holes in this section of it?
In the deck, and the hold that you're in right now, the only kind of opening to the outside is through what would be your roof, which is open to the deck above. Yeah, where... Here, I'll do this. I can do something. So that is on what you can see on the ceiling is being open to the sky above.
Okay, cool.
Actually, I shouldn't put it there. I should put it on the map level. Okay.
So I don't want to die again.
I don't want to die for a third time.
So, when Zira's gonna hop over in this corner where this boat is,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna... Yeah, and then I'm gonna start casting Liamon's tiny hut and hope I live for a minute.
Okie dokie. So 10 rounds.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And then for my bonus action, one of these guys over here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell... Run away!
Mine's
Flee and panic! And hopefully distract the whatever's outside.
Okie dokie. All right, Filbert.
Come on. I would like to try to hide underneath or behind that rowboat. And I will hold. I will hold my action if I see anything threatening that is not part of our little entourage here, and I will take a shot at it.
Okay.
I also told one of the badgers to run in fear.
The giant badger or the small badger?
It would be one of the giant badgers.
Okay.
Easier to spot.
As you say that, they move on your turn. So one of them starts to run away from the opposite side and leaps off the boat the 10 feet. You have their stat box, yeah? Win Zero? If not, I can bring it up.
No.
I got it. All you have to do is you hold down Alt and you double click on their token. But I got it. Okay. So it manages to leap down the 10 feet and kind of scurry down the ice and whatnot and land on the... without doing any damage to itself and as it starts to run away. Cool. That brings up our girl, Naz. Well, I guess we're all in a lot of trouble now, aren't we? I don't want to be dead either again. It's been nice to be able to move around for a minute. And that's kind of is kind of now. Bonfires is annoying. Actually, that's not. She's gonna move over here and perhaps we can talk our way out of this. You have dragon's treasure all in your pockets. And she's gonna attempt, I think, to hide as well. Kaz, go ahead and well, she doesn't have access to your spells, does she? Yeah, that's it. She's taking a hide action.
You still have the effect on.
I have to remember not to do that.
Maybe
Sorry about that.
All right.
All right, I won't forget again. All right, Thea.
I'm guessing I'm glowing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow, it's such a nice warning. Oh gosh.
Now you should know that the bonfire. You have two bonfires going that are also giving off light.
I meant for my dragon plate warning armor.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. As you look down, I keep forgetting that you have that. I'm sorry. Yeah, as the thing, as you heard the flapping, it started to glow, and now that it's landed on, it's giving off a solid. The dragon that's on your chest is glowing in a bright white light.
I don't know what to do. Fuck.
I would say that Thea, you do notice that it is a different light. It's giving off a different kind of light than it did with the Chardelin dragon. Where this is
Maybe.
more of a pure and a white light coming off of it.
Maybe it's a nice dragon.
No, it's a white dragon. They're not nice. White dragons are not nice.
How does everyone around me down here that I can see look health-wise?
Valen is pretty beat to hell.
So is Brendan.
Brendan is pretty beat to hell. Actually, I don't even have any of his stats. Why don't I have any of his stats?
Oh, he's at 7 hit points out of 23.
But I can cast that even if you guys go down, though, right?
What?
Mass healing word.
Yes. As long as we're not dead, if we're making death saves, yes.
Yeah.
Very strange. Everybody else has their toolbar above their head showing me all their information except for his. Doesn't matter.
Well, I don't know what to do. My last big spell. I kind of feel like I should save it. All right. So fucked. I'm just going to hold my action, and if it comes to attack me, then I will do warding flare.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do. I've got my shield up, I'm ready. Not really.
All right. That brings up Ashala. Rebecca?
Uh-huh. Ashala's gonna drop that bonfire. And she has no spell slots left. So She's gonna. Well, what are we gonna do, guys? I mean, are we fighting it? Are we hiding? Talking? And then she's gonna attempt to hide behind this thing.
Oh, blowing up my spot.
100%. She didn't see you go there. Passive 10. Yeah, she hid real well.
Okay. I gotta do some work on her. Okay. Look at all of these little things crawling around on my vacation home. With that, you guys feel the ship kind of creak, and you hear a large movement, and a single loud flap of wings from above, and kind of a as the dragon kind of, you can tell, kind of shifts over the top, and those of you down below kind of see a white shadow, move across the opening above, and it lands and it lashes out at the two corpses, the zombie kobolds. As it reaches down and attempts to bite one. And just crunches it into nothing. And as it drops out these little spits out the pieces of this now
It's an ancient.
this zombie kobold.
The DPK.
As they fall down, they're all like pieces of like frozen chunks of kobold. And then it lashes out with another one with its claws. And takes a big chunk out of it, but miraculously does not kill it. It's still kind of on its feet, even though it's now ripped open. Its whole chest cavities all kind of just ripped off of its body, but it's still kind of managing somehow to be there. But with a second slash, it just kind of stomps down on top of it and snuffs it out. And it looks over at the other large badger, and staring at it makes eye contact with the and let me just pop this out. I've got way too many things to freaking keep opening up, and I keep losing them.
We're dead.
Oh, it fails. So the large badger is frightened for the next minute. Wind Zero. You can sense through your bond with it that it is petrified and scared, and
So it's a wisdom save?
yeah.
Is that all of the badgers, or
Just one. No, it can only use it on one creature. No, I'm sorry, each creature.
Yeah.
Oh, I see that. Thank you. So the other badger.
No problem.
Other badger succeeds. So the small badger is not frightened.
He's a honey badger.
Yeah, you don't give a fuck.
It's like, fuck that dragon.
All right, and what does it do, movement wise? It kind of comes over, and it doesn't immediately. It begins to kind of look towards the hole, and as it does so, it looks over and it sees the three kobolds that were hiding within the rowboat. Oh, more intruders. More intruders.
Is that a Decepticon dragon?
Yes.
The worst kind.
I can't even hear what it sounds like, so I don't know. I don't know if that was the same one that I used last time or not.
I don't think so. That one sounded like a straight up Decepticon. It's like, yeah, that one's cool.
All right. Anyway. So that distracted him from looking down the hole, and he looks back towards that, but that is the end of its turn. And that will bring up Brendan.
Charm it.
Cat through my book. No. Noticing, like,
He
I'm
would
guessing.
he would totally try to charm it. He would use some kind of charm spell out of that book.
No. He's smart. He's got to be smarter than that.
He tried to charm an ogre mage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charmed and, I mean, smart and arrogant, can go hand in hand.
So, well, that and like, I don't think he has the correct spell to charm a dragon, though. I don't know. That's the wrong character sheet. That might help. Suggestion. Yeah. He can try to cast suggestion. but can he see the dragon? He can't see the dragon, though, can he?
Yeah, he can. He's right there at the hole.
I mean, he'd have to step out.
Yeah.
Okay, what was the part we were covering? I got it pulled up here somewhere.
What?
Yeah, Heartweaver's primer. One charge to impose disadvantage on the first saving throw the target makes against the spell. Okay. That's the only one that would actually work on it, because Charm Person wouldn't work on a dragon.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's going to. Let's see here.
Just let the dragon fly away.
Yep. He is going to. Let's see here. Spot. Can you see him there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he sees him, and he is going to cast suggestion using a charge of the book, so the dragon gets disadvantage on
Save.
the save. He's going to suggest that the dragon fly away as far as it can
Okay.
from this spot. Yep, that's what I figured. It's an ancient dragon. It's good legend than 3 of those. Yep. Let's see here. That's one chart.
I'll take your suggestion under consideration.
And then noticing what Winzir was doing, he's just going to go. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to hang out in the boat. Can you cast that any faster? It's like, we need to do something. This is not going to end well.
Good job.
And that's it.
All right. So it actually, looking down at the boat, whips out its tail and attacks one of the kobolds at the end of your turn. Attacks one of the kobolds. Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. And hits him with its tail as it kind of swings across. And it does 11 points of bludgeoning damage, which is enough to smash it into the side down as this tail just kind of comes down over the top and smashes down into the boat, just splatting this kobold and instantly crushing and killing it. The others, on their turn here now, the other 2 kobolds immediately start to prostrate themselves in the goo and goop. Of their dead kobold, kind of bowing and scraping, and start to jammer outwards in Draconic at this ancient white dragon. For those of you that understand Draconic, you realize that they're saying, great Lord, we live to serve you. Spare us, and we are yours. Oh, great and powerful, magnificent God of our people.
It wasn't us.
Such pain. All right, thank you, Discord. So they roll a persuasion. Oh, they're not very persuasive with it. All right. It lifts itself off. Into the air, starts flapping its wings, and the force of its powerful down blasts buffet kind of them with both the force of the air, but also kicking up all kinds of ice and debris off the deck as it gets slammed into them. So one of them saves. 2d6 plus 8, 17 points of damage. So one of them gets killed by that. By the force of all of this debris slamming into it and whatnot. The other one survives, having made its saving throw and dodges out of the way of some of the larger debris. It manages to, while taking a tremendous beating, hold on to consciousness, and begins, and still calling out its praise of this beast. Since Brendan actually stepped out and got a good look at it, let me give you guys what it is that you guys see. So you see, when he stepped out, he saw not only this giant dragon up there, but some kind of saddle on its back, and some kind of humanoid figure in the saddle. Verlaine, hearing all of this, and looking at what you are all doing, stops with her attempts to get into the door, work through the ice of the door, and she says, she goes, "You've been taking from the dragon's hoard. If it finds out that you have been, we are all dead." And she's going to use her turn to talk to the Professor Orb. Professor Skeet, do you know anything about a giant white dragon in these parts? And it responds saying, "It can only be Avarachus, the famed ancient white dragon who resides in Icewind Dale. She is old as time and not quite sane. She was once the mount and friend of a powerful wizard. Named Melthorand. But that is all that is stored in my archives." And then she's going to go over on this side and kind of get behind out of the way as well. I don't believe she's got a healing potion, but she used her action anyway. And you see her pull out a wand. All right, Winzira, that brings us to you.
Round 2.
Okay, so you continue to play the song on your lute that summons forth your tiny hut.
Yep, I think that's all I can do.
You've got a bonus action, right?
Yeah, attack! I yell up to one of the, whichever badger hears me.
All right. We'll say it's the
Brave one.
the one the one who's not afraid. Sure, why not? And with that, it charges after this ancient dragon and attempts to bite its toes above the claws that are literally bigger than it is. I really hope that hits. I really hope that hits.
Oh no, ancient white dragon, that's gonna be close.
It hits. And it does 1 point of damage.
Scare me, why don't you?
Oh my god.
At some point, I'll have to tell you how many hit points it has and why that's even funnier. All right, so it does 1 point of damage. I'm not sure that the dragon even noticed, but it might have.
I just doesn't have to notice him for like 500 rounds and we're good.
As it actually kind of lets out this kind of this deep, menacing sound, and it takes you just a moment to realize it's going. All right. Okay, Filbert.
Alright, 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna drop the aquamarine gem and the 9 pieces of threaded gold cloth back into the pile there.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And I will dash. That looks different than I remember it.
Which part?
Oh, because we were up. We went into the door on the deck, not the door that was down here, right?
Correct.
Well, is this door open or is it frozen shut?
This one is covered with kind of ice and frost and whatnot, but it's not like a solid bit of ice like it was on the other one. And it looks like it doesn't look like it's frozen shut.
I'm gonna try to open it.
Okay. Just double check something real quick. I want to tell you, and then it'd be the wrong thing. Yeah, so it's open. You're able to open it.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35.
Oh, you shouldn't have been able to do that. Interesting. You walked right through a wall that you shouldn't have been able to, but that's cool.
Oh, just tried to push through the door. I didn't realize you can actually just push right through the entire wall.
You shouldn't have been able to go at all, but all right, cool. All right, so as you move into that room, the cabin that you enter, Filbert, has been thoroughly ransacked. You see dishes strewn across the floor, and a galley table in the middle of the room has pots and ladles hanging above it. Tied to a low cupboard against the starboard wall is a thin goat. It lifts its head and bleats at you, shuffling towards you until the rope grows taut, stopping its advance. It looks absolutely terrified.
Of course it does. Poor little goat. I mean, does it have normal creepy goat eyes or extra creepy goat eyes?
Actually, it almost looks like a Marty Feldman kind of goat because it's so gaunt and shrunken in that the eyes actually look like they're kind of bugging out of its head.
Oh. Alright, so 35, 40.
There you go.
Meh. Meh.
Might as well use my full movement. I'm gonna say hello to the goat. And, I will toss him, or offer him one of my rations. See if he wants to eat.
Filbert, aren't you also carrying a whole bunch of the dragon's treasure?
I dropped it on my way back. I only had 2 things written down.
Okay.
I had the gold cloth and I had one of the gems.
I had written down a small gold bracelet, a large gold bracelet, a purple velvet bag with...
That's not from the horde.
Okay. Where did it start? The rose quartz, the aquamarine, none of that?
I had the aquamarine and the 9 pieces of threaded gold cloth written on my sheet, as if that's what I had on my person at the time.
Okay, because I've got a ton of stuff on here.
The 1 foot marble statue with gold inlays. Charlie corner, black pearl.
Yeah, I mean, I there's no way I would have been able to carry
Yeah,
more
I
than
was
what
just-
I had on my sheet, so.
I was just asking for clarification.
I think that's all stuff that came but we hadn't picked it up yet. But I'd written it down assuming we were going to pick it up. So we can delete that stuff.
I'll wait till my turn and I can drop the rest or whatever.
Okay, 9 tattered. Rose quartz he dropped. Aquamarine he dropped. Figurine.
The figurine.
I'll just do it and then.
In any regards, that's my turn, Mickey.
Okay. Naz's ghost, seeing you kind of bolt in there, thinking that's a very good idea. So I have a little back button on the side of my mouse that I accidentally just pushed when trying to move something. So all of my windows that were all open in Roll20 are now gone. Oh, for the day we get to play in person again. And she rushes in, seeing the goat, unties the goat, and then begins to pull the goat along with her towards the door.
Oh. You hit the wrong button.
What's happening?
You broke the chair.
All right. That brings you up, Thea.
I'm gonna toss any treasures that I had on my person right back over there at the boat behind me, I guess.
All off the thing. No longer in our.
So you had 72 gold. You had 181 silver pieces, 352 copper pieces, and 2 pearls.
Oh, yeah. 2 pearls.
Well, hold on, I gotta do the gold. So, yeah, 2 big ass pearls, manacles. How much gold?
There was a marble statue of a griffin.
Yep. I already got rid of that.
There was 3 pieces of quartz, a single aquamarine cracked down the center,
Yep.
and a scrimshaw figure of an archer etched with magical script.
Yeah, and then what was the money? Can you repeat that?
72 gold,
Okay, so hold on, I gotta.
72G.
181 silver,
181S.
352 copper,
Okay.
and 2 pearls.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, the pearls we got. What was the silver again?
Silver was 181.
And I would imagine that would take me a minute to go through our pouches of gold and figure out exactly the amounts of. So fuck it.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably your action and
Yeah.
bonus action doing that.
Yeah. Just gonna. I'm gonna call to my god and be like, I know you'd never put me in a trial that's past my abilities to serve you, but I could use your guidance. I don't think we could best this foe. And that's what I'm gonna spend the rest of my turn doing, is praying.
Okay.
Trying not to pee her pants.
All right, Ashala.
Okay. So Ashala.
Shitty on that too.
All right. She's gonna stand up, brush herself off. She's gonna stand right here. And excuse me, Dragon. We're extremely sorry for interrupting your summer vacation home. It's quite lovely. Would you, in your benevolence, see to it that we may have safe passage off your summer home? We promise we did not take anything. We just will leave and never return.
Have her roll a persuasion.
Okay.
Is she using her awakened mind here, or is she just saying it out loud?
We don't need to share the language. Yeah, she would say it in the dragon's mind.
Okay. All right, 16 persuasion. Okay, cool. And she's gonna stay right there.
Yeah. Now that I'm looking at her sheet, I'm going based off what she has.
Okie dokie.
I'm sorry, Ashala.
All right. That's it for her?
Yes.
Figuratively, not hopefully not
I don't think it matters, but she would take the dodge action
okay. Cool.
with that plus 14.
She looks down. The dragon looks down at her and uses its frightful presence. So she needs to now make a wisdom saving throw, which she fails. So she's now frightened of this dragon, as one would imagine.
Yep.
So its head latches around, and it bites at the frightened badger. I'm pretty sure hits.
Yep.
Puffs
Dead.
it turns into just a little piece of fuzz in its mouth. But then it, because it's the reach on that, the neck on it reaches out 15 feet, bites down on it. It uses then one of its claw attacks on the other badger. 30, I'm assuming, hits. And that one puffs out. It then uses its other claw attack on the last kobold with a crit fail. Which is still enough to kill it. At that point, looking around the deck,
We know how to deal with things, don't we, Bethune? Ready your spells.
and with that, it starts to climb down into the hold. as it does, the edge of the hole in the hold snags on the edge of the saddle, and it gets stuck for a moment. And with the dragon's great strength, however, it just kind of forces its way through, and you can hear creaking and a snap as part of the wood of the planking of the hole actually kind of breaks free and whatnot. But it also at the same time snaps some of the straps on the saddle. And as the dragon is pushing its way into the hole above you, this figure in the thing, you hear it, you see it kind of start to list to the side, and it tumbles out of the saddle and with a thump hits the deck below you all. As the dragon sees that, it lets out just an ear-piercing, incredibly loud roar.
What was that?
I don't know. You couldn't tell. It just was a loud roar of anguish of something.
Okay.
Yelling out something. And it kind of stops halfway down and looking down at what it's this figure that's now on the deck below. And it forces itself down protectively, kind of curling its tail around this body now that's on the deck. And with that, it's Brendan's turn.
Oh, fuck. That's what he's doing. He's, what are we doing? And the stairs, to go up the stairs would be right here, right?
Yeah, where the dead Yeti is.
Yep.
Yeah. He doesn't want to do that and have the fucking dragon swipe at him. Fuck! He's just gonna hold... Oh, no, he's not gonna hold it. He's gonna hold action of firebolt in case the dragon goes to attack him.
Okay.
And just frantically what are we doing? We need to get out of here somehow.
Sure do.
And that's it.
Okay. Valine.
Wait a minute, is this a window right here?
No, it's a door.
It's a door. Oh yeah, it's the door, I forgot. Actually, you know what? He's gonna hop through that door.
He can't. We were trying to open it.
No, that's the door that, no, it's not. No, it's not. The door's upstairs. Never mind. Okay.
There are a lot of torches around it, as you can see.
No. I thought that was the door up there. Okay, yeah, that's it then.
Okay. Valine kind of takes a step forward. She's gonna do looking at the figure that the dragon is kind of crouched around. And she looks at you all and says, I believe that corpse is her wizard. And she will take the... I guess that would be her thing. So she only has a... She can't do that because it takes a minute.
Wizard's not dead?
Wizard is dead.
Dead. Shit.
Running a corpse of a wizard. It's just.
Been riding around with a dead wizard on his back?
So she attempts to cast a spell at the dragon, who kind of cocks its head over to the side and feels, as it feels the spell kind of being thrown in its direction. And at first it starts to slowly chuckle.
That's clever, but I don't think so. But it tickles.
And with that, it uses one of its legendary actions. And whips out its tail at her. Which hits. Oof.
Ow.
And slams her up against the wall of the hull of the deck of the hold. And she coughs up blood out of her as her blood kind of comes out, and she just kind of stands there completely dazed. You could tell that if it wasn't for the fact that she was pressed up against the wall, she would be completely knocked flat by that. While she appears to still be conscious, she's not fully conscious. Like, she's on Queer Street, as my old man used to say, from the blow. Just make sure. Yeah, because it reaches 20 feet for that. So, okay. That is her turn. All right, Windzira. You now can see this ancient dragon in your space, protectingly guarding this corpse on the ground.
I was having a hard time refocusing.
Yeah, nope. I'm gonna stop ritual casting. Bonus action disengage,
Okay.
and I'm going to run. That's 20. Thank you. That's 30. I'm gonna use my action and leap off the side of the ship.
So
You said it's a 10-foot fall?
Yep.
but you went up that way. That's why I asked, because you would have ran up there.
He would have gotten an attack of opportunity, though, unless he... The only reason that the dragon didn't attack Winzira is because she took the disengage
Okay.
as a bonus action because she's a goblin.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
okay, so she went up that way. I thought she went up this way.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
This way.
Okay.
All right, so that was 5, 15, 20.
Oh, no, I'm
25.
sorry. No, she did go up this way. This is where the entrance to the stairs are.
Oh, okay.
I
Down
went
here.
this way.
I'm just looking at the second floor, and they come up that way. Yeah, so they go from this, here, let me use the arrow. They go this way.
Oh, so I have more movement then.
Okay.
Okay, because I thought, yeah.
Yeah, because if that's the case, then Brendan probably would have ran up there as his part of his turn, because it'd be out of the threat range of the dragon.
Okay. That's fine with me. How much movement did he have?
He had his full movement, so he would have moved his full movement up there.
Okay. No worries.
Cool.
Sorry about that. I get so much going on here that
It's all good. The stairs were just, it's hard. It's a flat map, 3D thing.
it's not well drawn on this one. But if you look at you guys can't see the other one to see what I see. So my bad. Okay.
It's all good.
All right. Winzira, roll an athletics check.
Sure.
All right.
What?
You do take 4 points of damage as you fall. As you try to make that leap over the side, you're not quite graceful enough to successfully land and roll with it. So you take 4 points of damage.
Okay.
All right, but you are now successfully off the ship and on the side on the ice. All right, Filbert. You can see the dragon through this opening.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of got its bulk of it is kind of to your back. It's to you, and it's kind of protectively kind of curled around this corpsey thing here.
So is it facing away from me?
At this moment it is. And actually I forgot to take something. So it's going to actually lash out its tail again. They are odd or even.
Even.
It doesn't mean it's gonna hit you. But yeah, that does. So it hits you, even with your shield up. You feel like this massive tail slam into you. You're able to kind of hold your ground, but you do take 11 points of bludgeoning damage.
Wait, I cast Warding Flare though.
Okay, so it's at disadvantage?
Yeah. Probably not going to matter, but it's worth a shot.
No, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah.
24.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have to like roll one.
I know. Hey, it's worth a shot. Okay.
It is
All right.
worth a shot.
30.
So 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 30 was the attack roll.
Okay. All right. Just read that.
So that's two of its legendary actions. Okay.
Dang it. Hold on.
Sorry about that, Filbert. Go ahead.
No problem. I'm just going to take a quick pot shot at it before I continue moving along.
It's 54 or 44.
And that probably misses.
It does.
And I'm going to over here. Check the door. Is it unlocked, frozen, anything?
It is unlocked. It's frosted over, but there was not nearly as bad as the other one with there not being access to the outside. This one is just kind of stiff with cold.
Okay. I'm going to go through.
All right.
That sucks.
That room the cabin is empty except for a smashed wooden crate lying on the frost-covered floor.
Walls are intact.
Yes.
Alright, so that was 10, 15. 20. I'm going to use my bonus action to hide underneath that table.
Okay, go ahead and roll that. Very good.
And that's my turn.
Alright. It actually will use its last legendary reaction to try to take an assessment of what's going on around it and make a perception check of the room. Identify where everyone is currently. Okay. The ghost of Naz pulls the goat out into the other room, pushes it out in front of it, and slams the door shut.
Inside of Kaz?
Yes.
Cool, so this could be just me and Ashala and a NPC and a dragon.
All right, that brings you up, though, Thea.
Yeah, I'm gonna. I don't have like a disengage or whatever, so I'm just gonna get an attack of opportunity, I'm sure. So I'm gonna run where I saw Filbert run.
Upstairs.
Filbert went into this door that just got slammed shut.
Oh. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. That's. I mean, I guess I could try to run under the dragon.
You can use your action to get all the way up the stairs.
Oh yeah, so I'll use my full action to
Dash up.
dash up.
Yeah, it will take a bite at you as you run by. It's 20 hit.
Yep.
So you take 21 piercing, but you're resistant to the cold of the breath that it just seeps in through those fang marks that pierce through your armor. So you only take half of that, so 24 points of damage total.
most damaged they has ever been.
But now you gotta get up the stairs. You should have like a
Yeah, I can't move it. I need to. That's 30 right there. So I need to. Yes, thank you. So I'm just gonna.
Well, wait. You know that you had to go down this way, right? So it was 30. This was where you wanted. This was the base of the opening of the stairs.
Okay.
It's like you were.
I was here. So
Yeah, here,
5.
I'll figure it out. Hang on.
30 is right there.
30. Yeah, that's 30 right there.
30's there. Yep. Okay. So then you got another 30 with the dash action starting from right there.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna jump off the side.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that an athletics check just to see how you fare with leaping over the edge. Oh, why does it keep crashing?
15.
All right.
That would be 30.
So 14. Oh, so close. Of course, I'm rolling maximum. So you take 4 points of damage as well as you kind of hit the ice a little bit awkwardly.
Roll my ankle some.
But you see Windsor now there on the ice as well. All right, that brings up Ashala. She's now standing right next to this giant dragon who is protectively kind of guarding this corpse. You can see her kind of, the dragon rather, kind of nosing it a little bit with its snout.
Can you get a good look at it?
Yeah, I would think because of the way the thing has been moving around and whatnot, she can definitely see where it was and can kind of, look through. It's kind of crouched down to fit within this hold, because of the difficulty with the opening. But it's open above her, so she's kind of stuck in that, or at least staying kind of in that area that's got the opening to above. But certainly through the legs and whatnot, she can make out what it is. What's her passive perception?
10.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like, a kind of almost a mummified body in some kind of robes.
Great. He's gonna use her once a day spell and cast suggestion. And suggest that the dragon fly far, far away and never return for the hour or however long.
I think it's 8 hours for a
I think so.
suggestion.
Call high or low, Rebecca.
Hi.
Distracted by the corpse, or trying to take care of this mummified body that is guarding. It doesn't quite notice what it is that Ashala is doing, so it does not use its last legendary resistance to thwart it. So she needs to make a wisdom save, or the dragon, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So, and the DC is 15, right?
Yes.
That's good.
Oh my god!
Okay. Okay.
Icewind, no. Clearly, they bewitched you, but I shall save you, my old friend. There'll be time enough to track down these thieves. But I'll get you away while I can.
And with that, it stands up and with its front claws grabs very delicately this mummified corpse. And with a final kind of look around, it leaps up into the air, rocking the kind of the ship and scoring the ground underneath it, and it pushes up, and as it breaks free of the hold, the wings slap out and it starts to beat down, and it begins to fly. Those of you on the ice, you see this dragon kind of leap up and erupt up out of the hold, holding this corpse in its hand, and you just hear this woof, woof, and it lets out a final
I will find you, thieves. Mark my words, this is not done yet.
Hopefully not for another 10 levels.
Oh my god, they're all dead!
No, they can't be! Why would he leave us alive?
They're dead! Their sacrifice won't be in vain!
Brandon be like, they're not dead!
They're not dead yet.
I can't hear you over the wind and snow!
And with that,
Wow.
we come out of combat as there appears to be no other foes about. Ashala looks over and sees Villain kind of slumped down against the wall. Blood coming out of her nose, trickling out of the side of her mouth. Inexplicably, she looks over and sees a terrified goat kind of trying to do its best to work its way into the corner with plaintive little with a door shut. I can honestly say that there's no way in hell that when she got hit against the wall, her concentration shattered, and the bonfire winked. You know what? I should roll it. I should just hand wave that. We'll just see.
It was like 20 points of damage, right?
It was.
So still a 10 for concentration.
Yep, but she rolled 7s, so boop. Out it
Okay.
out it went. All right.
Ashala would probably say, all right, guys, we got 8 hours to get the hell out of here. Far, far away.
So 8 hours. So it'll end in. So that was suggestion, I suppose, huh?
Yeah, no one.
Well, 8 hours. That's 8 hours, so it ends in 8 hours, which means that a total of 16 hours till it gets back here.
That's as long as I concentrate on it.
What? I'm sorry, broke up on a.
As long as I concentrate on it. Duh.
So it looks like we have enough time to clear out the rest of this. Then it's going to be hunting us regardless. We might as well get everything we can out of it.
Bravely suggest for the dragon to fly far away.
Winzira will go up to the hall and be like, "Are you guys alive? Knock if you're alive."
Brendan knocks.
And Mickey, I'm going to walk up to the top deck.
Okay. Where are you? There you are.
They're alive! Or somebody's knocking. I don't know.
All right, where was my hook, Mick?
Right there.
Okay. I would like to attempt to climb back up the ship.
Yeah. We'll say,
All right.
given enough time and whatnot, you're able to get up there.
Okay.
What? Why are you going back up?
Well, we gotta get everybody out and, get the stuff. If we're gonna be accused as thieves, we might as well get rewarded for it.
Spoken like a true person of the cloth.
I thought I was greedy.
I go ahead and climb down and go down to the ice with Winzira.
Listen, if we already have a blood vendetta because he thinks we stole his treasure, we might as well. It can help us in destroying the Frostmaiden. Or maybe make us powerful enough to take that crazy dragon out. Did you see? It had a dead person on it. That was it was super dead. Not kind of dead. Dead for a long time.
Yeah, I didn't stick around to see whatever this thing is. That thing was huge.
Yeah, it was really scary. I may have soiled myself a little bit. Just gonna say.
I wasn't gonna say anything.
Yes, you were. It's all right. Lysander's light will bleach out any indiscretions in that way.
As you kind of come down, Thea, you see Verlaine over there kind of holding on to death's door. And she waves at you and says, "Cleric, if you perhaps could lend me some of the light of Lathander." As you do that, you can kind of see some of where it was her side was almost caved in, kind of pushes itself out a little bit as your light infuses into her. And she goes from looking as pale as her snowy white owl that is on the ground next to her to getting a little bit of color back in her face. But you can tell that she is still also just in a bad way, as many of you are right now.
Yep.
Except for Filbert, who somehow is still unscathed.
Come here.
I walks over.
Winzira, are you hurt?
Winzira, you climbing back up on the ship?
I mean, Thea did make a lot of sense. I mean, we're dead. We're dead. Might as well be rich dead people.
Yes, it made sense.
So Filbert,
Okay.
you're staying up on top of the main deck, kind of keeping an
Yep.
eye out.
Is Ashala hurt?
Yes.
Yeah,
All right, well, move
but
her
not
over.
terribly. Not terribly. I mean, she's a third down.
It doesn't matter. Just move her over. All right, here we go.
Kumbaya.
Oh, Alexander, may you heal all of us for 5 points of healing. It was worth it.
I mean, Brennan's already back to half hit points now, so he's happy.
And I'm going to heal myself because I'm a healer. Wow, 5 points of healing.
You're doing very well there.
Yeah, great. Great.
Hey, I'm gonna go back to de-icing the door.
Yeah, just thought, maybe we should heal up a little bit, but it's good.
Thanks.
All right.
All right, so go ahead and pick up all the stuff that we dropped.
Ashala's just gonna hang out in the corner and concentrate on her spell forever.
Then there's still more frozen horde in the pile, right?
Well, now that everybody's far away, I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah.
Stay over there, people. Okay. And cast Burning Hands. No, get back! Damn it!
He is back.
But that 15-foot cone.
Look, he's back.
Who is that? Oh, it's Ashala. Okay.
Yeah, your burning hands hits Ashala, and
Oh God.
Burning handsing the horde.
Yes. 14 fire.
Gonna melt down the ice on the horde.
Yeah. Problem is, everybody was in the way before. So.
And we didn't have that sense of urgency.
as you cast burning hands at the horde, did you already pick up everything? I didn't hear you guys tell me that you had already went back over there and picked everything back up.
No, John did say that.
Okay. Okay.
I said we pick up everything that we dropped over there.
Okay, good.
Maybe your mic.
I'm glad that you did that so that none of that got melted or damaged with your burning hand.
Yeah, no, I waited till he said that, so it just got missed, I guess.
Well, there was a lot going on.
Yeah.
Okay. David's stepping away for just a minute, and it is 9:30, and I could use a quick 5-minute bio break if that works for everybody.
Yes,
Sure.
please.
'Cause I've been drinking a lot of soda. So we'll just do this one real quick, 5 minutes, and we'll be back.
Okay. sounds
Got
good.
it.
Cool. All right.
You are so tagged.
You cast burning hands, and a wrath of flames kind of go out in a cross. And I'm realizing that those things that we thought were boats are actually hammocks that have been frozen solid.
Oh, that makes a lot.
So it kind of thaws through some of that, and the burnt and the ropes that are holding one end of the hammock kind of catch fire and burn through, and the hammock kind of falls down. But you definitely soften up the ice that's been layered there, and with some quick, give me who else is going to be working on that?
Brendan will be.
So give me a strength check for Brendan.
Oh, jeez.
And I would say Naz would say, oh, if it's going to hurry this along, and she'll do a strength check as well. So if you want to give Kaz, do a strength check for Kaz. Yeah. So as he kind of effeminately kind of tinks at the ice, the woman possessing the Goliath body walks up with their axe and cracks down into it. And it takes you about a half an hour to free up the next everything in this next level. You find a black pearl that is roughly the size of a golf ball. You find a red crystal that is carved in the shape of a leaf. You find a large glass ball about the size of a cantaloupe. Give an Arcana check for Brendan.
On high. Roll high. 13.
He has a sense that that might be more than just a glass globe.
Okay.
And you're able to pull out the quiver as well.
Yeah.
Put a K on there.
Yeah, I almost did, and I was like, no, C. So I just completely fucked that up. And then quiver.
Yeah, give me just a sec. I want to give you a description on the quiver. I won't front. I did not expect you guys to have the opportunity to be doing this. The quiver comes out, and it's quite long. It has 3 compartments that you can see. And it's kind of on an angle, so that the one end is longer and one end is shorter. It appears to be made out of some kind of wood with a green leather wrap around it. The end has a golden, gilded, intricately carved end. It's quite beautiful. Okay. Just leave that out for later.
So Brendan will, and then there's.
Is there anything
we still
else?
haven't gotten down to the, how much deeper until the thing that Brendan saw last time?
Probably it's gonna take you another. It's next level now that you've cleared away that you can kind of see these larger items that are below. It looks like there's some kind of chain mail suit that's in there. You can see a large bowl and you can definitely see the kind of carved wooden stick or wand below that surface. It'll take you probably continuing to work like you have been, with fire and chiseling another hour.
Gonna cast another burning hand.
All right, well, hang on. While you're doing that, Winzira,
Yeah.
you guys have been working on that door.
Yep.
And while they kind of have been doing on the horde over there, you finally managed to kind of work your way and chisel the solid ice that has been covered over the edges of the door. And while the door is still pretty much covered with ice, you've kind of worked your way around the edges and freed that. That's not a good thing. When the phone number says restricted.
Spam
I got
call.
worried for a second.
Yeah, that makes me nervous. But after some work, you don't happen to have a crowbar, do you?
Ashala does.
Okay, so borrowing Ashala's crowbar, you are able to kind of work your way in and start to pry the door open. You start to get it open, and it opens inward, and you realize that there's something behind it kind of blocking the way, and you'll have to kind of like force it.
I guess I can try.
Anyone who wants to try, I just need a strength check.
Well, I mean, I was helping them, so.
Yeah, that doesn't do it. Let's just see, just for giggles. She's not much help either. And even together trying it at the same time, with those, you're not able to do it. Although, if you're using the crowbar, I would say go ahead and roll one more Winzira, because you'd be at advantage with a crowbar. All right. So Naz, seeing you guys do this, comes over and she's going to say, "Ugh, give me that crowbar." And she will do a strength check. Oh my god.
Wow. It's big.
We'll say with tens. With her using it, it takes you guys the better part of an hour to kind of work in that crowbar and jam her in it to force the door.
Like you picked up Kaz's rolls for Kaz and everything.
As the door swings open, hang on, I'm trying to move the door. And you look inside. You can see in there, the floor of this cabin is icy, and lying on their side are two empty open barrels. Hides and furs have been pushed into the barrels to create makeshift sleeping quarters. 2 similar but upright barrels appear to be untouched.
That's
Can I see what's in the 2 upright barrels?
As you walk through the door, your foot kind of snags on something, and you look down and you see there has been a tripwire kind of strung across the door, Winzira. And as you go to walk in, and you realize you hear a click as your foot kind of drags along that. And rigged up to the ceiling are, look up and you see big icicles up on the ceiling, and they start to break free and fall down towards you. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Nice.
All right, so you avoid being run through by any of these falling, and you take 4 points of piercing damage as they kind of graze you, but you don't get pinned down. None of them run through you and pin you down.
I'm so over this shit. Hey, where is this rum?
But they do fall, and they do latch down into, kind of jab down into the,
Ew, what is that? That's gross.
what's what?
Are those worms?
Hang on.
Okay.
I didn't mean to do that yet, but I'm having trouble getting it to do what I want it to do, and I don't know why it's being stupid.
Roll 20.
It's just being difficult.
Of course.
So Winzira, as those land, these boxes, these crates fall down to the ground and spring open. I need you to make, let's see, roll for me a percentage die.
Okay.
Okay, do it 2 more times.
Uh-oh.
So a 58 and an 80. Okay. This first box that lands does not break open. However, the other 2 do break open. And inside of one, you see these little tiny little white mites and things start to maneuver around. I need you to roll initiative for me.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right. Okay. So, you are now kind of surrounded a little bit there by a bunch of icicles sticking up out of the ground, making it difficult to move into the room. And one crate springs open, and these small little white grubby type of things splash all over. The other crashes to the ground, and that breaks open, and it's full of a variety of a swarm of rats that come swirling out. At the same time, you see popping up from their hiding spot are several kobolds.
Ah.
Wow. All right. But with your 19, you react first.
Pancakes!
Okay.
That's what I yell.
You yell pancakes.
So that activates the helm of comprehend languages.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna curse at the kobolds. Look, guys, dinner! We got some rats and some white things. And then I'm going to cast vicious mockery on this thing.
Okay. Put the vicious mockery description up.
Whoops.
No, never mind. I got it right here. Okay. Yeah. I mean, they only have an intelligence of 1, and they're beasts, but sure. We'll say it. The magic of your spell works even on them. And they need to make a wisdom save. And fail.
So they take 2 psychic damage from the fact that you're so ugly. I don't even know if I want to eat you guys.
That is harsh.
Yeah,
Okay.
it hurts. And then I'm gonna bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go this way. Look, Villain, I found you some more kobolds. And that's my turn.
Okay. All right, the swarm of grubs moves into that space. Which causes the rats, seeing the grubs, to actually attack the grubs. and they start eating the grubs. um, you can hear the kobold starting to yell at the rats in Draconic. For those that you can hear, you hear them going, "Stupid, stupid little rats! No! Eat goblin, not grub!" Oh, this not work. You, Clyde, you stupid fool! I told you not stupid. Verlaine is gonna step over. Seeing this swarm of grubs, she's going to cast Vampiric Touch on them, which hits. Does 9 necrotic on them. And she regains 4 hit points from it. But she can't disengage now. And she yells out into the room, hearing the goblins speak, and says, hearing the kobold speak, and she calls out to them in Draconic and says, "We just fought off and dispatched an ancient white dragon, one of your gods. Throw down your weapons. You stand no chance against us."
Intimidate.
With her 5 intimidation.
Wow. Elaine is so charismatic.
But they scored a 1. At which point they say, "We listen. We willing to listen."
Oh my goodness.
Wenzira, let's
Yeah.
bring you up in the initiative order. You want to do anything?
Can I start eating the grubs?
How are you gonna do? You gonna
I
wait?
just want. So it's like there's just a bunch of them, right?
It's like a swarm.
I'm just gonna pick up a handful and just put it in my mouth.
All right. Roll an improvised attack, because there are very few of them left.
So that would just be Dex?
Yeah, just a straight dex.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're hard to get a hold of because they're so, kind of. I mean, they only have an 8 armor class, but we're gonna say that the ones that you grab are the ones that she's kind of shrunken up and sucked the life out of, and they're just kind of like husks, like like almost look like cocoony type of things that just kind of turn to dust in your hands as you pick them up.
Save some for me.
You got a bonus action if you want it.
I'm going to cast Healing Word on myself
Okay.
at first level.
Did more than I did.
No, that's the exact same you did. 7.
No, I didn't do 7. I did 5.
You had 7. I on the mask.
Hey, Filbert, roll a d20 for me. Verlaine is even.
I have this 5.
All right. Having been attacked by 2 different things, the grubs actually attempt to attack the rats.
At disadvantage.
Okay.
I got you, rats.
And they miss. It's really funny. Okay. The rats now continue to go after the grubs. And that ought to do it. And they scarf up the last of the grubs.
No!
I mean, there's always rat on the dinner table.
Yeah.
I'm used to rat. This would have been an exotic meal.
The Icewind kobolds attempting now to want to talk to Verlaine actually will decide to attack the rats with their daggers. And they will hit. And I think that misses. Yeah, and that last one misses. So 3 of them hit. Why is it not rolling my damage? Roll 20.
Yeah, it's not even invisible like before.
For dark mode invisibility.
What the fuck? Alright, so 3d4 plus 6. We'll do it the hard way.
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
So it does 11 points of damage onto the swarm of rats. Alright. Elaine steps in. Amongst the ice, and she's going to vampiric touch again. Hit. Do 7 points of damage on the swarm. And regain 3 points of health. Alright, Winzira.
I'm just gonna step here, be like... Alright, rats! You don't look as tasty as the little grub thing, but I guess you'll do. And I'm gonna cast Vicious Mockery. I would also like to apologize to the grubs. You look delicious. And to the rats, you look semi-delicious.
And their little hearts seize up in just this strange feeling of shame and sadness. And their little hearts actually just pop in their chests. And the last of them die and are no more. All right. So Verlaine steps in and says, and this is all in Draconic, I commend you on a very cleverly laid out trap. And she taps on the one unbroken pity that this one didn't break open, but I can hear the squeaking inside. More rats, I take it? And the one kobold who's kind of the leader is like, yes. It was hard not to eat them, but thank you. Very hard catching them. Well, I have a proposal for you. I have a job if you're interested. And she goes in and starts to begin to talk to them. As she did her other kobolds, and tells them how they were in her service and all the glory that they could, and shiny baubles that they could gain. The rest of you guys spend another hour or so chipping away at the ice while she's talking to them. You guys are able to uncover the last of the horde. You find a 3-foot diameter ceremonial bronze bowl inlaid with carnelians. You find a scattering of garnets and find 7 of them. You find a suit of chainmail that is exceptionally shiny and far lighter than you would have thought it would have been.
Mithril.
And there's that Elven chain that we didn't get. You pick up a carved wooden wand of some sort, that the end of which has a skull on it. And as soon as who picks it up?
No, Brendan would pick it up because he eyed it.
So as Brendan picks it up, the skull begins to give off a greenish light.
And he already knows what it is as well.
Right out of the tip.
Yeah. He is not going to try to attune to it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think he already.
Yeah, he already knows. Like you told me last week that he knew what that was.
Yeah, he does recognize it. I just was trying to see if I had a description that I could describe it a little bit better, but I don't. Off the top of my head here.
Hold on.
I got it. Yeah, it's actually the kind of the handle of the wand. It looks like, now that it's out of the ice, you can see that it's fastened to look like kind of almost like a spinal cord. The bones of the spine. And the tail end of it is tipped with, it looks like the stinger of a scorpion, while the head the end of it is a skull with its mouth, a small miniaturized skull with its mouth open, and green light emanates out of the mouth and out of the eye sockets. It's actually quite large. Almost the size you would think of a small rod, almost.
Yeah, that stuff's got bad juju.
It looks pretty cool though, doesn't it?
No, it looks evil.
Oh, believe me, it is. Very.
Who
I can't talk as Kaz.
Oh, well, your voice was Cass, so I was.
Well, believe me, it is very evil. I do not suggest anybody try to attune to this.
Her voice for Brennan. It's going to be really hard for people to keep up.
Okay. Let me put this stuff in here.
Okay, well, we have all the stuff. I suggest we get out of here immediately.
We should get moving.
Do you not concur?
Were they hiding in the barrels? The upright barrels?
Behind them.
While they're talking, can I just see what's inside the barrels?
Yep. While it would probably just make it much more disgusting to anybody else, the filth and muck that you see doesn't really necessarily disgust you nearly as much. And you see that there's kind of rotted like furs that were probably more rats, and garbage that's been piled up almost like a nest that they were sleeping in. When you tap on the upright water barrels that haven't been broken over, whatever's inside, if it was indeed water, appears to have been still is completely frozen solid.
Where's the rum gun?
Guys, I can't tell if this is rum or water or shit. That's an awesome wand, by the way.
Evil.
Because it is very evil.
I want it.
No. No.
Give it to me.
You do not want the wand.
That makes me want it more.
Not if you want to stay alive, it doesn't.
I mean, we have an ancient white dragon that's going to hunt us down to the ends of the earth.
Speaking of which, let's go.
I second that idea.
Which direction are we going, Lynn, anyway?
Well, the ghost that's inside of cat. There he is.
Yeah, I keep Discord keeps crashing.
The ghost inside friend Kaz seems to know, along with Elaine. I suggest we get as far away from here as we can and some shelter so we can rest. Not somewhere in the open, hopefully. Since I'm sure Asha Tashi dragon person will be back.
As you say that, some of the kobolds, as they come out with Verlaine, go, Arva Acharas, peasant, and she is our god.
Jafaracharasar?
Arva Acharas, Arva Acharas, Arva Acharas. Simple.
Okay. Dragon.
Giant, ugly woman.
Dragon.
Yes, dragon. A god. Yes, and we will show you how to please your god if you help us. She has put us on a great task. That is why she left. And she has given us a task that you could help with. Yes, we help. We help ugly people make God happy. And Verlaine kind of looks at you and she winks at you with her one good eye. So I don't know if that's really a wink or a blink, but
It would be very obvious and like kind of go like, like
yeah. She pulled a rocket.
Are your eyes okay?
She gives you kind of a nasty look, considering she only has one. They're fine. Winzira.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad.
All right. So what are we doing, kids?
We leave and never
Elaine
return.
and or Ghost Lady needs to lead the way to where the hell we're supposed to go from here, but we need to get some shelter and away from the boat.
Okay. Just give me on a Shala. Give me an athletics check.
Ashala?
Yeah, because she's concentrating when she gets off the boat.
Okay.
Her down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she didn't fall necessarily. I was just saying a athletics check, but 18 on the die. She's able to get down and climb down without injuring herself, so she takes no damage. So.
All right. Elaine, what is our course? Or Naz?
Well, I can show you. If you have a map, where my research puts the isle where we might find the Codic of White. So is Filbert, do you get out your map? Or do you not want to participate with this at all?
Yeah, I'll take out the map.
She kind of looks over your map for a few minutes and actually gives you a nod of respect, which looks strange, this kind of expression on Kaz's large features. But she points down in a kind of out in the sea of moving ice. She indicates a larger island. This is where the Codicil of White can be found. But be warned, it is also where Ariel has made her abode. We will have to be quiet and stealthy in retrieving it.
Oh, you've only known us for how long? An hour? 2 hours?
Do I seem like the quiet and stealthy type to you? Does the person you're possessing seem like the quiet and stealthy type to you?
That's not what I wanted at all. Well, I certainly wouldn't suggest that we go in and try to wrestle it by force, if that's what you mean.
No, but it does mean we possibly need to split the party.
I will leave the strategy up to you.
Did she mark on the map? I don't even.
Did we get a mark on the map as to where she pointed?
No, yeah, because I haven't gotten to the map
It's just-
myself. I
just
put
up
you
there,
guys
okay.
there, and I forgot to do it.
No, it's totally fine. I was just making sure I wasn't missing anything. Do we have some way to go across the sea of moving ice to get to this island?
But that was my dilemma, and I tried to go on this ship. And it took quite a bit of persuasion and threats and promises of vast gold to get them to do it. And they were unable to get me there.
Well, our wizard can fly.
That's just me.
Can't carry anybody?
One per maybe.
He looks at the and Kaz, you look, or Brendan looks at the map and he sees that we're talking miles and miles out into the sea.
Yeah,
Oh, is it up
my
now?
My spell would most likely end by the time we got there. Long before I could get there.
Well, it's a good thing that I'm here then, Naz, because I might have a solution. And she pulls out the Professor Orb. Professor Scant, in your repository of knowledge, do you have any suggestions about how we might be able to make our way out to the sea of ice, on the sea of moving ice, safely? And the orb in her hand starts to kind of pulse briefly.
An ancient white dragon.
There is lore recorded about Icewind Dale and about a great whale awakened that sometimes will serve as transport. Anjajuk, it is called. And legends say, if you ring the bell, it will come and answer your call and can be persuaded to carry you to destinations. Holding on to the orb, Verlaine seems to kind of nod slowly, and she looks down at the map and says to you, he seems to be indicating to me that can be found not too distant from here. And she marks on the map a spot up the coast from where you're at.
Okay.
Well, seems we have a destination and a possibility of transport.
Well, I suggest that we make it back to the shore, then set up our magic invisible tents with our dogs, get a good rest. Or we can try to make it as close to there and then rest. What do you think? I know the visitor will be back soon at some point.
Well,
I do a big wink at Verlaine, like a really the same obvious one.
knowing that our friend here will need to be concentrating, she may not be able to rest very much.
You.
Yeah, so I think we should probably get as far away from here in 6 hours as we can.
That is my thought as well.
Sounds good.
To the sleds.
Okay, you guys make your way off of the ship and backtrack your way. The dogs don't seem to have really encountered any kind of detriment by their time spent out. And you're able to kind of get them re-rigged and into their tack and make your way.
Only take my grappling hook and rope with me.
Okay, of course. All right. Over the next 6 hours, you kind of make your way along the shoreline, generally following the map. Give me a single survival check, Filbert. Oh yeah. So you're able to kind of navigate the group and press on for 6 hours and make your way as far as. Come on, man! I changed the color of that on purpose. It's right about there.
Cool.
As you guys kind of are going along, at some point, riding in one of the dog sleds, Ashala kind of shivers and shakes a little bit and comes out, and that's as long as I was able to hold it.
That's what she said.
Where do we make it to?
Okay.
Well, should we continue to press on? I mean, Dragon still has to make it back to us, right?
Doesn't it depend on which direction it flew off in?
Yeah, did I When I went up on the deck to keep eye out, did I see which direction the dragon flew off in?
It would have been kind of gone beyond where you could see that.
Okay.
Because it leapt up and immediately started flying. You were still down pretty far, so it would have taken you a minute or two to get up there. And in the dark, you wouldn't have been able to see. Oh, actually, you have thing. What's your passive?
18, I think.
No, you didn't see. You know, it wasn't obvious. It wasn't in the directions you were kind of looking. You didn't see it.
I know when Zero was outside when it flew away.
That's true.
So was that.
Yeah, so you guys would have seen.
Brendan would have too.
Everyone who's outside, roll for me a survival check, just to see how good you are at direction.
We got the same with here.
How does that make you feel?
It looked to be flying off in this direction, actually.
What? Sorry.
Hang on, I'm getting to it. I got a lot of buttons to push to get you all you do. So I was going kind of in this direction.
Okay. Great. Towards like towns and.
No, never mind. Zero knows nothing. It just went that way.
Yeah, it went south. Which isn't the best. If it went east, that would have been much better for us.
Wouldn't that be worse?
Directly towards like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean west? If it would have went west, it would have been.
But I thought nobody can leave the borders of Icewind Dale.
Or north.
Yeah. That's what they say.
But the ends. That's why I was saying. Anyway. Okay.
So you guys kind of make that 6 hours trek. At one point, you did see kind of a herd of, it looked to be like large creatures. As you got kind of closer, you saw that it was a herd of reindeer. Kind of with your presence and the dogs barking and stuff, they kind of ran off. Didn't really interact with you. So it didn't cause you guys to slow down at all. So you made the full 6 hour climb to that spot.
Want to try to press on a little bit further before casting our camps? Or do we think we're far enough away?
I don't think the ends of the earth are far enough away.
This is true, but temporarily.
I'm pretty sleepy, not gonna lie. Today was very hard.
It was.
I don't want to ever get on a ship again.
Yeah, boats are terrible.
The first one was nice. Why was this one so bad?
No fudgy.
Maybe that's it.
I pat her on the head.
Yeah, I guess we can rest here.
Okay.
All right, so did we work it out before where we had enough tent between the two mages that everybody could get in, including the animals, or no?
Well, you
I
now
can't-
have
Except for
four.
the
You have the 4 kobolds now that are with you.
But Elaine also lost a bunch of people too.
She did. You got Kaz, Thea, Brendan, Shala, Winzira.
Dogs and the two chocobos.
the axe beats won't fit. They're large.
Yeah, the axe beats don't fit.
Yeah, he's gonna kill our fucking axe beat.
So that's 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4,
black
5. Who am I
along
forgetting? Oh,
So,
Silver.
We could bury the axe beaks.
They're not dead yet.
So how many people fit in that tiny hut? Is it 8?
I believe it's 9. Isn't it?
It is 9 medium-sized or smaller.
Okay. So you have 22 with the dogs, right? Because there's 6 and 6.
Yes.
So there's 10 of you sentients, and then 12 dogs.
Well, isn't Valanes are undead dogs, right?
Yeah.
4 of them are undead.
Okay. Which puts us at 18 then.
It puts you
Living.
at 8. It does. It puts you at 18. Yes. So all of the live creatures can fit.
Except for the axe beats.
Nah.
Except for the axe beaks. They wouldn't have fit anyway because they're large.
Yeah.
You can't fit large creatures.
All right.
So, as a discussion, then we might have to tell our axe beaks to leave because kind of the whole point of these magic tents is so that the dragon doesn't know where we are. If we've got 2 axe beaks hanging out
3.
outside,
That's what I'm saying. Just bury them, keep their heads above ground or whatever so they can breathe and stuff.
pretty sure the dragon would see that. I think we need to just
And then, throw a white blanket over them or something.
dragons are very smart.
Little white dragons aren't that smart.
How do you know if they're smart or not? You haven't tried it yet.
What does everybody else think?
Go ahead and have Brendan roll a nature.
$11.
Brendan's not 100% sure how intelligent they are, but Valaine says, well, as far as dragons go, they are rather dim compared to their compatriots. Really not much smarter than your average bartender at your local tavern.
Try to. Hope he doesn't spot him. She, rather.
Or she, we don't know if it's.
No, they said it was fishy.
Oh.
I'm just going to start casting.
Naz, in Kaz's body, just kind of chuckles a little bit. I would be more concerned about that. And she points behind the way that you've come, where there's marks, in this unbroken, there's a clear and obvious line of tracks and sled marks in the snow.
as well as 2 sleds sitting there as well next to the domes.
We can cover it with snow. That's not a problem. I mean, also, it constantly snows all the time. I mean, I guess how long does it take for you to cast the spell, Winzira?
A minute.
A minute, but I'm gonna ritually cast it.
So 11 minutes.
Yes.
Well, I mean, as long as we're in it when she casts it, we can come and go from it as we please. She just can't.
Okay. So we're gonna hang out. Then we'll go do some
Mm-hmm.
Trying to hide some stuffs.
Yeah. Maybe do some pretend marks that go south.
Ashala can lend a hand with Mage Hand. Just kind of
Pick up the sled with Mage Hand and run it.
No, smooth out the tracks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Brendan will help smooth in tracks with Mage Hand as well.
And so will Kaz. Yeah, the spirit and actually makes a thing, and a spectral, feminine, large hand that looks a lot like a white glove appears and begins to brush away the area, and they spend the 10-15 minutes that both Villain and Winzira are using to ritually cast their huts, which pop up and blend in white against the snow.
All right. Who's taking first watch?
not it.
Last watch.
I'll take first. I really need some rest though, but I will. But
I think everyone does.
before I do, here. Need to heal. 11. Get full hit points back first.
Now you get half.
Yeah.
Half of your maximum.
And then I will go ahead and cast it.
I believe Kaz is hurt.
Yeah.
Kaz is at 31 out of 72.
Yeah.
Over to Kaz.
Yep. And then I will take my watch.
Okay. So who is... Just real quick, who's in which tents?
I'm in the tent with Kaz and Winzira.
We have our 6 dogs.
Brennan would probably be in the
Villain.
other one.
Yeah, he's got a crush on Villain.
Mm-hmm.
If there's 10 living dogs, correct?
Correct.
So we can do 5 and 5 for the dogs.
Actually, there's 8 living dogs.
8. 4 and 4. And I got Kaz, Thea, Filbert, me, and Ashala.
So either Filbert or Ashala have to go in with Villain.
Villain last time.
Well, whoever's taking watch should all be in the same one, because that way we can go in and out of the dome and wake each other up.
Noah Shallow is in Verlaine's tent.
Yep.
The
So
last
I have her in there. So I've got Verlaine, 4 kobolds.
Ashala was in my tent because she was the only one who was basically
Oh, yeah, you're right.
technically allowed in.
So she's got the 4 kobolds, 6, and she can take 3 of the dogs. And then 5 of the dogs have to go in the other. I'm sorry. 3 and 3. No, 3 and 5. Because there's 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So Thea's taking first watch.
Mm-hmm.
Who's taking second?
You're up, good.
Rashala.
Michelle's in the other tent.
Rashalla's in the other one.
I mean, you can hear through the tent.
Yeah. Well, Filbert said he wanted to go last.
Okay.
When Zira just said not it. So, I mean, noses.
Ashala's elf?
No.
No, wait. No, I'm sorry. Brendan's the elf.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you want Brendan to take second?
Yes.
I suppose.
Okay.
You guys need me to identify anything before I go to bed?
A short rest.
Before Brendan goes to bed, he is going to identify the crystal ball thing.
Okay.
And he will give the quiver to Winzira to identify for Filbert, because I'm guessing Filbert's probably going to want this quiver.
Okay.
Oh, Filbert.
Yes.
This makes it so it's lighter to hold a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So this compartment can hold 60 arrows or something, you know, similar size. This middle one can hold like javelin-sized objects, and this big, longest one can, hold long objects like a bow. And you
That's
just
kinda
draw,
cool.
you just draw it out like normal. It's lightweight.
Okay. But I don't really use javelins and I don't need arrows.
Well, you can hold like balls or something in there. I don't know. You do you.
And then I'll also do the figurine with arcane scripts on it.
Okay. The figurine has been inscribed with archaic runes that, when read, acts as a spell scroll of remove curse. But it will consume the figurine when it's used.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. Cass likes to get cursed a lot and possessed a lot. I think it's his hobby, actually, at this point.
And going over it, I don't think there's anything else here that looks like it's magic.
I don't know.
The bronze bowl, maybe.
Did you cast detect magic? You should do that first.
He doesn't have that spell.
Hearing you say that and seeing Naz inside Kaz's body, sighs deeply. Amateurs. And she casts detect magic. And she looks at the things and says, you've identified most of them. I would take a look at that armor, that chainman, if I were you.
Alright, so cast it on the chainmail.
Okay.
Didn't even write down the chain. Thought I did.
You did. It's right there. You literally clicked on it.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Tired.
I am too.
So, it's mithril.
Okay. It's not. It doesn't have any magical bonuses. It's just the mithril chain then.
Yep, that's in the description.
Gotcha. Well, no, 'cause, I mean, it can have it. I just wanted to make sure.
No, this is just normal mithril that does not impose disadvantage on stealth. Oh wait, I just gave you the wrong one. I gave you a chain shirt. It's not that. It's this. Apologies. It's a full set.
Ooh, that's better. Yeah. I want that.
Unlike normal, where it would not impose disadvantage on your stealth.
But is it, so it is magic, so if Kaz wanted to wear it, it would fit him?
No, it wouldn't.
No?
It's not technically magical. Just mithril.
I mean, you had
Kaz.
a cast idea then.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have had you do that on the identify spell then.
Yeah.
Well, then I want it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a breastplate, but can I wear a chain and a breastplate?
No.
I totally
No,
should be
actually, I mean, it's showing up as it's under magic items, so.
Yeah, I mean, it is. It just doesn't have any, like...
It doesn't have that, yeah, it doesn't change sides like plus armor would.
Now, if it was like a +1 or
Right.
+1 mithril chain, then it would.
Well,
Right.
it's still better than the breastplate of warning that I have, so it might be nice for me to not be quite so clunky. What do you guys think?
See, take it.
No one?
Yeah,
Take
you
it.
should.
Okay.
Especially with that dragon around, we might want to be a little bit quieter.
Yeah. Okay. Well, no rush. Make whenever you have a chance.
And the 3 sets of manacles we found, those were not magic either, right?
No.
Cool.
That's just for bedroom stuff.
And neither was the large bronze bowl.
No.
Gotcha.
Just it's just loot.
Got it. Cool.
Your first watch goes pretty well. Thea, you do note that the wind starts to pick up and the snow starts to fall pretty heavily about 2 hours into your watch. By the 3rd hour of your watch, you're in a full-on blizzard.
Awesome. No tracks to worry about there.
Okay. But with beyond that, you can't see much beyond about 30 feet outside the dome. With your inability to see without light, you can't really make out much at all outside the dorm anyway.
Yeah, I'm just listening mostly, I guess.
Yeah,
you know.
so go ahead and roll a perception with disadvantage for that. Because of the noise of the wind and the blizzard outside.
Yep. 22.
Yeah, I mean, within, the general area, you don't hear any noises other than the axe beaks kind of burrowing a little bit into the snow with the harsh weather. They take up, you can hear them kind of moving around. It sounds like they're kind of nestled up close to the dog sleds, trying to get some kind of shelter between them and the blizzard. But otherwise, it goes pretty uneventfully. Brendan, at some point, you can't see him, but he awakens out of his trance and takes over his watch. Brendan, go ahead and give me just a straight up perception for his visual. He can see about 30 feet beyond the dome. And for the most part, he can't see much while the blizzard is blowing. However, about halfway through his watch, the wind starts to abate, and the snow lets up. And by the time that he goes back to his meditation or his studying of his spell book, the wind is kind of gone down to the normal Icewind Dale type of weather, and in fact the clouds have started to broken up, and stars can actually be seen in patches of semi-clear sky now above, kind of giving a little bit of illumination from the normal pitch dark. It's one of these brief times after a blizzard that clear skies actually start to break through, and some starlight can be seen. Filbert, you take over your watch now, and go ahead and give me a straight perception for what you can see as you're doing your watch.
Just 16.
While you're watching, you can see now the axe beaks have kind of come out of their little bit of their burrows, and they're doing their normal type of thing, kind of scratching at the snow. You can see and hear them doing that. What's the distance on your whatchamacallits? Your goggles.
Goggles?
Yeah.
60 feet.
Okay. Because you're paying, you're actively looking and whatnot, at the edges of your vision that as you're seeing there, you start to see some movement, kind of coming towards you. And it kind of, out of the murk and whatnot, as it starts to kind of materialize into what you can see with the magic of your goggles, you see a large, furry kind of creature moving towards you. It has fur and on its back and its arms and across its chest. It's got abnormally long arms. That you can, even in the dim light, you can make out the sharp claws of it moving towards you. Its face is has this big bulbous nose, and you can see two tusks coming out of its mouth as it kind of moves across the tundra. And it seems to be heading towards and drawn by the sounds of the axe beak. You see a familiar kind of creature coming towards you.
Pissed off about Yeti, come back for revenge.
No, we killed that one.
Oh yeah, no, we did kill it. Forgot that we did kill it before it got away.
Hang on, I'm trying to figure out how to do this without pulling you onto a different map. Hang on.
The Abominable Yeti's brother come to enact revenge. Oh, no, it's troll.
And it's making its way towards your tent. It doesn't seem to have noticed, but it seems to be coming straight towards, and you look and you can kind of see the axe beaks kind of, you hear the noise from them that they're moving around and whatnot. And the wind seems to be blowing out towards this creature as it's walking towards you. And that is where we will call it for the evening.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And checks. So I'm a big dummy, and I completely forgot to like look at the stats of this Sentinel shield that I've been having for quite some time.
Yep.
Even though you put it on my thing, I forgot that it gives me advantage on perception checks and initiative. So that's my own fault. It's just, well, awesome. Well, I'm glad we didn't die.
So do we get any experience for avoiding death from an ancient white dragon?
Right?
Probably not. No, not in 5e. Only when you kill things. So no experience tonight. But you guys are alive, so that's a reward in itself.
Yep. Honestly, I thought we were dead.
I will tell you this. While some other rolls went against you tonight, those probability rolls went pretty perfectly for you.
Yeah.
With the rider getting knocked out of the saddle like that, and then the distraction roll, because he did have one more legendary resistance left.
Yeah, I thought about trying to burn that out of him by casting like something stupid like fairy fire or something.
All right. Good night, everyone. I'll talk to you during the week.
Good night.
All right, sir.